In an unpredictable world, financial security is a cornerstone of peace of mind. A sudden medical bill, a car breakdown, or an unexpected job loss can derail even the most carefully planned budget. This is where an emergency fund becomes your financial lifeline, a dedicated pool of savings designed to protect you from life's curveballs. Whether you're in New York, London, Jakarta, or Sao Paulo, an emergency fund is a universal necessity. In this comprehensive guide, we'll explore what an emergency fund is, why it's critical, how much you need, where to keep it, and step-by-step strategies to build one, no matter your income or circumstances. By the end, you'll have a clear roadmap to create your own financial safety net. What is an emergency fund? An emergency fund is a separate savings account or reserve of money set aside specifically for unexpected, urgent expenses. Unlike savings for planned goals, like a vacation, a new car, or a down payment on a house, an emergency fund is reserved for true financial emergencies. These include medical emergencies, unexpected hospital visits, surgeries, or medications. Job loss, covering living expenses if you lose your income. Home or car repairs, fixing a leaking roof, replacing a broken appliance, or repairing a vehicle. Unexpected travel, needing to visit a sick family member or attend a funeral. Other crises, natural disasters, legal fees, or sudden relocation costs. Think of your emergency fund as a financial safety net. It's there to catch you when life throws you off balance, ensuring you can handle crises without resorting to high-interest credit cards, loans, or dipping into long-term savings. Imagine your car's transmission fails, and the repair costs $2,000. Without an emergency fund, you might charge the expense to a credit card with an 18% interest rate. If you can only pay $100 a month toward the balance, it could take over 2 years to pay off, with nearly $400 in interest. With an emergency fund, you pay the $2,000 in cash, avoid debt, and move on stress-free. Why you need an emergency fund? Financial emergencies are universal, they don't discriminate based on income, location, or lifestyle. A 2023 global survey found that nearly 60% of people worldwide lack the savings to cover a $1,000 emergency, leaving them vulnerable to debt, stress, and long-term financial setbacks. An emergency fund isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for anyone seeking financial stability. Protection from debt. Unexpected expenses often lead to borrowing. Credit cards, payday loans, or personal loans come with high interest rates that can trap you in a cycle of debt. An emergency fund lets you cover costs without borrowing, saving you money and stress. Peace of mind. Knowing you have a financial cushion reduces anxiety. You can sleep better at night, confident that you're prepared for the unexpected. This mental freedom is invaluable, especially in uncertain economic times. Flexibility in crises. An emergency fund gives you options. If you lose your job, you can focus on finding the right opportunity without rushing into a bad fit just to pay bills. If a family emergency arises, you can act quickly without scrambling for funds. Safeguarding your goals. Without an emergency fund, you might raid your retirement savings, sell investments at a loss, or abandon goals like buying a home to cover emergencies. An emergency fund protects your long-term plans by keeping your other savings intact. Global relevance. Economic instability, natural disasters, and personal crises can strike anywhere. Whether you're in a developed economy with high living costs or a developing nation with limited social safety nets, an emergency fund provides a buffer against financial shocks. How much should you save? The standard recommendation for an emergency fund is 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. This means calculating your essential monthly costs, rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, insurance, and minimum debt payments, and multiplying by 3 to 6. However, the ideal amount depends on your circumstances. Let's break it down with an example. Monthly expenses: rent, $1,200. Groceries, $400. Utilities, electricity, water, internet, $150. Transportation, gas, public transit, $200. Health insurance, $100. Minimum debt payments, $150. Total equals $2,200 per month. Emergency fund goal: 3 months is $2,200 x 3 equals $6,600, 6 months is $2,200 x 6 equals $13,200. Your target amount depends on your situation. Stable income: if you have a secure job and no dependents, 3 months expenses, $6,600 in the example, may suffice. Variable income: freelancers, gig workers, or those in unstable industries should aim for 6 months or more, $13,200 or higher. Dependents: if you support a family, lean towards 6 months to cover additional responsibilities. Health or housing risks: if you have chronic health issues or rent in a high-cost area, a larger fund provides extra security. Economic environment: in regions with limited social safety nets or high unemployment, a 6-month fund is safer. If saving $6,000 or more feels overwhelming, begin with a starter emergency fund of $1,000. This can cover minor emergencies like a medical bill or car repair while you work toward your larger goal. The key is to start somewhere and build momentum. Your emergency fund must be accessible, safe, and separate from your everyday spending. And the best options is high-yield savings account. This is the gold standard for emergency funds. High-yield savings accounts offer better interest rates than traditional savings accounts, often 3 to 5% annually in 2025, depending on the market, are FDIC insured, or equivalent in other countries, and allow quick access to your money. Choose an account with no fees and easy online transfers. Money market account. Similar to a high-yield savings account, money market accounts may offer slightly higher interest and limited check-writing privileges. They're safe and liquid, making them a good alternative. Keep $100 to $200 in cash at home in a secure place for minor emergencies, like a power outage or a small urgent expense. Avoid storing large amounts, as cash doesn't earn interest and risks theft or loss. Some things that should be avoided include checking accounts. Mixing your emergency fund with daily spending increases the temptation to use it for non-emergencies. Stocks or cryptocurrency. Investments can lose value, and selling them during a crisis may lock in losses or take time. Long-term savings, certificates of deposit or retirement accounts often have penalties or delays for early withdrawals. Under the mattress, large cash reserves at home are vulnerable to theft, fire, or loss. Building an emergency fund requires discipline, but it's achievable with a clear plan. Whether you're starting from zero or already have some savings, these steps will guide you. Step 1. Set a starter goal. Begin with a manageable target, like $1,000. This starter fund covers small emergencies and builds confidence. Once you hit $1,000, aim for 1 month's expenses, then 3 months, and eventually 6 months. Step 2. Create a budget. Review your income and expenses to find money to save. Use a budgeting app or spreadsheet to track fixed expenses such as rent, utilities, subscriptions. Variable expenses such as groceries, dining out, entertainment. Income such as salary, side hustles, investments. Identify areas to cut back, such as cancel and use subscriptions, $10 to $50 per month. Reduce dining out, $100 per month. Shop smarter for groceries, $50 per month. Even saving $50 to $100 a month adds up. For example, $75 per month becomes $900 in a year. Step 3. Automate your savings. Set up an automatic transfer to your emergency fund account every payday. Automation removes the temptation to spend the money and ensures consistent progress. Start with an amount you can afford, like $25 or $50 per paycheck, and increase it over time. Step 4. Boost your income. If your budget is tight, find ways to earn extra money. Side hustles such as freelance writing, ride sharing, tutoring, or selling handmade goods. Sell unused items such as clear out your closet or garage and sell clothes, electronics, or furniture. Ask for a raise if you've been at your job for a while, negotiate a salary increase. Gig economy such as deliver food, walk dogs, or offer services on platforms like Fiverr or Upwork. Direct all extra income to your emergency fund. For instance, earning $200 a month from a side hustle adds $2,400 a year to your savings. Step 5. Cut non-essential spending. Temporarily reduce discretionary spending to accelerate your savings. Skip luxury purchases like designer clothes or gadgets. Option for free entertainment, like parks or libraries, instead of paid activities. Cook at home instead of ordering takeout. Step 6. Celebrate milestones. Saving can feel slow, so celebrate small wins to stay motivated. When you reach $500 you can treat yourself to a coffee or a small gift. When you reach $1,000 you can share your progress with a friend or family member. When you reach $5,000 you can reflect on how far you've come. Common mistakes to avoid. Building an emergency fund is straightforward, but pitfalls can derail your progress, such as 1. Using it for non-emergencies. Your emergency fund isn't for vacations, weddings, or new phones. Define what qualifies as an emergency, for example job loss, medical bills, and stick to it. 2. Not replenishing it. If you use your fund, prioritize rebuilding it. For example, if you spend $2,000 on a medical bill, resume saving $100 per month until you're back to your target. 3. Keeping it too accessible. Storing your fund in a checking account risks accidental spending. Use a separate savings account to create a barrier. 4. Giving up too soon. Saving $10,000 takes time, especially on a modest income. Stay patient and consistent, even if progress feels slow. 5. Ignoring inflation. As living costs rise, your emergency fund should too. Reassess your expenses annually and adjust your goal if needed. Advanced tips for maintaining your emergency fund. Once you've built your emergency fund, keep it strong with these strategies. 1. Review annually. Update your fund based on changes in expenses, income, or family size. If your rent increases by $200 per month, add $600 to $1,200 to your 3 to 6 month goal. 2. Diversify access. Split your fund across 2 accounts, for example, $5,000 in a high-yield savings account, $1,000 in a money market account, for added flexibility. 3. Earn interest. Choose an account with the highest safe yield. Even 2% interest on $10,000 adds $200 per year, which compounds over time. 4. Teach your family. Educate your spouse or children about the fund's purpose to avoid misuse. Agree on what qualifies as an emergency. 5. Combine with insurance. An emergency fund works best alongside health, auto, or renter's insurance. Insurance covers major losses, while your fund handles deductibles or smaller gaps. Getting started today. Building an emergency fund is one of the most empowering steps you can take toward financial freedom. No matter your income or location, you can start now. Set a goal, aim for $500 or $1,000 as your starter fund. Find $10 to $20 a week, cut one coffee run or cook at home twice a week. Open a savings account, choose a high-yield option and automate transfers. Stay consistent, save small amounts regularly, even if it's $25 per month. Track progress, use a budgeting app or spreadsheet to watch your fund grow. An emergency fund is more than just money in the bank, it's a shield against life's uncertainties and a foundation for financial confidence. By starting small, staying consistent, and avoiding common mistakes, you can build a fund that protects you and your loved ones, no matter where you are in the world. The journey may take time, but every dollar saved brings you closer to peace of mind. Take the first step today. Open a savings account, set a goal, and commit to saving $10, $50, or $100 a month. Your future self will thank you when you're prepared for whatever life throws your way. Share your emergency fund goals or tips in the comments below, and let's inspire each other to build a secure financial future.